Hey guys, I just got back from the grocery store. I picked up everything that I think I'm going to need to top off the freezers and the pantries. And today we're going to talk about ways to preserve food. So we'll touch on canning, freeze drying, and vacuum sealing. We got a lot to do. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start with the hamburger. Now there's two ways to do this. We could can it or vac seal it. I've canned it before. You basically just cook it up a little bit, not all the way. Put it in your jars, seal it, put it in the canner for about an hour and a half. It cools, you put it on the shelf. And that's really good for stuff like tacos and burritos, but what we want this for is hamburgers and meatloaf, spaghetti, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to vac seal this up and put it in the freezer. Alright, so I like to separate these patties with a little bit of this wax paper so they don't stick together when I go to grill them up. They have to be pretty. Just make a little square to go between. Alright, see? Alright, so we've got our vac seal bag. It's one continuous thing. So we're going to pull it up through here to about the right length for storing the hamburger. Cut it. Then we set this to seal. Put this up in here. Now all it's going to do here is it's just going to seal one end of this bag off. Then we'll put our hamburger in here, and then we'll bring it back and it'll suck all the air out of that and seal the other side. Okay, so we got our bags. We got everything ready to go. We're just going to pack this stuff in here. I'll be careful not to get it on the front edge when you put it in. Guys, one thing about this, don't let this stuff sit around for a day when you get home from the grocery store. Just when you get home, just do this immediately. Get it done, get it in the freezer. Alright guys, we're at the vac seal station. I'm going to set my machine to moist, that way if the water comes out of here, it'll get caught in this tray. Alright, so we just put this in here. That's going to suck all the air out. Alright, now it's sealing it up. And I'll go ahead and write the date on it. Now this will last probably a good 2 years, I'd say. But we won't have it around that long. It'll probably get burned up in a few months. Alright, ready for the freezer. Alright, so next I'm going to clean out my freezer. I got to get all this stuff out of here really fast. Scrape all this out of here as fast as I can and then get everything back in here before anything thaws out. Alright, I got it almost cleaned out. Just got to dry it up and put everything back in. Alright, so here's my freezer all cleaned out. And I got all my new stuff piled there. And this is the hamburger bucket right here. But it's got stuff in it already, so I want to rotate this. Right? Put all the new stuff down here. Perfect. Alright, check this out. So I got a little graphic here on top of the freezer that when you're coming up here helps you know right where to go to get something. Alright, so let's say we want to get to the seafood, right? That's the one on the bottom. I'll just pull the hamburger out of the way. Try and move it here so you can see. And then if we just look down in here, there's the seafood. Alright, let's do the chicken. Okay, so here's our chicken. Now we could can this. I've cut it up into squares, put it in the jars, can it for the appropriate time, and put it on the shelf. And that's good, but in this case we're going to, again, vac seal it and put it in the freezer. I'm going to put 2 per bag, and I'm not even going to wash this because I don't want to get it all wet because the water will probably be more of a problem, you know? Now you don't want to get anything on this leading edge here because it won't seal up good. So I'm going to kind of sneak it in there. Okay, so again we're going to set this to the moist setting. We're going to vac seal it. It's going to suck all the air out. Alright, we're ready for the freezer. Okay, so this one goes in the chicken bucket. Put it doesn't have any chicken breast in it, so I don't have to rotate this. All that other stuff is pre-cooked chicken. Alright, next up, let's do some New York strip steak. Got some of these. This stuff's not cheap, guys. Definitely want to seal it up and make sure it's not going to go bad. Now, I've had steaks in the freezer for a long time like this, and they have been just perfect. I mean, you wouldn't even know they were in the freezer. And it's been over a year, maybe 2 years, some of these guys. Right, here we are again. Vacuum sealing. You have a New York strip for the apocalypse. That's apocalyptic steak. Alright guys, we vac sealed the hamburger, the chicken, the steaks into the freezer. But we can vac seal a lot of stuff into quart jars too. This is really handy. So I do a lot of different types of noodles, spaghetti, rice, bunch of stuff. I got a whole video on this. I'll just link that below, and that'll go through a lot more detail than we're doing here. Alright guys, check out this spaghetti. We're going to put this in here. Alright. Okay. Now, if you're Italian, just look away. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, you can come back now. Alright guys, so I got all the pasta, spaghetti, everything's vac sealed up. I went through all of my pantries and the freezer. We topped off the hamburger, the chicken, all the seafood, bacon, sausage, steaks. Pretty much got all our food in good shape. The only thing left to do is freeze dry some bananas, and I think we'll be in good shape. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.